Hi, my name is Maqdus Iqbal and I am a second year going into third year history student at City University of London. And as part of the micro placement program, I am interning currently at Pulse Social. My official title is actually an intern marketing strategist. So hopefully the aim of these diaries is to actually keep everyone updated on how it's going, how I'm finding it, especially since I have no marketing experience, and to just say what I did and how I found it and, what I've learned along the way. So this week, as it was my first week, it was harder to get into than I initially thought, but I wasn't too worried because I know that I'm able to overcome these types of barriers. And with like a great mentorship with Marlon, I found it very easy to overcome like the lack of experience that I have. So this week I looked a lot at market segmentation, so specifically like the demographic factors and geographical factors, the psychology behind it all, and behavioralistic factors that might affect people's purchasing of the product or of a service. While doing that, I also covered a lot of SWOT analysis of competitors, and I really found my groove doing that. It was originally quite daunting, to be completely honest, but the methodology behind it is very like simple to once you get your head around it, and I found it to be a good first week. I learned a lot. That's definitely for sure. I learned a lot. But I'm very excited to see where this takes me, and I'm excited to see what the next few weeks have in store for me. So hopefully I will keep everyone updated, and see you next week. Hi, my name is Maqdus Iqbal. I am a second year going into third year history student at City University of London, and as part of the micro placement program, I am interning with Pulse Social. This week is week 2 of the video diaries. If you're not familiar, the video diaries are a series in which every week for my internship I will be uploading a new diary, basically entailing what I did and what I learned from the week being at Pulse. This week was much to my liking. This week we created promotional videos for Pulse Social using design software, and as I mentioned last week, my experience in marketing is very limited, but my experience in design is in abundance. I am very familiar with the concept of graphic design. I do it a lot, and I've been illustrating and doing art since a very young age. So yeah, this week was I was much more comfortable with the task this week. So what we did was we looked at the specific traits that we had identified last week doing market research and market segmentation, and we saw how we can target these traits with promotional videos. It was challenging to come up with so many different concepts and so many different types of videos, but at the end of the day I really enjoyed it. We used a very different program as to what I was used to, a design program, but again it the more you practice something the better you get at it, and I really ended up enjoying using the program. And yeah, I'm very excited to see what week 3 has in store for me. And this video diary wraps up week 2. Hi, my name is Maqdus Iqbal. I'm a second year going into third year history student at City University of London. And as part of the micro placement program, I'm currently interning with Pulse Social. This is week 3 of the video diaries. Time's flying. I've only got 2 more weeks to go. And yeah, it's just been so incredible so far. So to recap on this week Marlon introduced me to another intern at the company who also goes to City. Her name's Noof, and her and I were working together, coming up with ideas for competitions and doing market research together. So it felt so much more like actually being at a company doing an internship rather than sitting at home. And obviously because of the pandemic, because of the lockdown, we've had to sacrifice some of these like experiences in the microplacement program, but this really brought it forward that this is an internship, and this is I'm still meeting people, I'm still getting to work with people, and I'm getting that experience. So what we did was market research, and we came up with ideas for competitions. We came up with 8 competitions, and we divided them between us. And we each created a marketing campaign for each competition idea. And then together we presented them to Marlon and, went through our thought process of why we chose them, what they meant, and, why they would be beneficial to Pulse Social. And to create the campaigns, we revisited the software we use in week 2 for the design. So it was really nice seeing how like everything that we learned from week 1 and also week 2 being implemented into this week. And now we're practicing more creative writing. We're writing blogs on, what Pulse Social does and how it's important to the specific communities that we're looking at. So yeah, that's all for week 3. Hopefully I'll be back with a week 4, and thank you for listening. Hi, my name is Maqdus Iqbal. I'm a second year going into 3rd year history student at City University of London, and as part of the micro placement program I am interning with Pulse Social. This is week 4, so I've nearly completed my internship, and so far it's been wonderful. This week saw me doing a lot of group work with the other intern that's here, Noof, and together we received briefs from Marlon on what we were expected to do, and we executed it. We were given complete creative freedom, and it was really enjoyable because we could do whatever we wanted, with regards to the brief. And we were making motivational videos, so stuff with quotes and, from like sporting legends. And then we moved on to actually making videos to advertise Pulse's services for corporate events. So stuff like corporate sports days and corporate leagues that, corporate teams can go into and, play against others. But so far it has been incredible, and I've learned a lot. I've developed many new skills, and I've definitely made a few friends along the way. So I'm very excited to see what next week offers and, conclude the video diaries. Thank you. Hi, my name is Maqdus Iqbal. I am a second year going into 3rd year history student at City University of London, and as part of the micro placement program I was interning with Pulse Social. I can say was now because the 5 weeks are up, I've completed my internship, and this is the final video diary. I will get into how the internship was at the end of this, but first I'd like to go over what I did. What I did this week. So this week we focused primarily on Instagram videos and how we can take all the knowledge we learned from weeks 1 to 4 and implement them into week 5, creating videos for a very, very specific platform. And Instagram, I think, is a lot more difficult than other social media platforms because it's very fast paced, there's a lot of users, and it's easy to get lost in the algorithm. And we had complete creative freedom to do whatever we wanted. So I took it in the direction where it was more flashy, it was more, it stood out a lot more and had a lot less information, because social media's, the whole point of it is that you get snippets of information and then you go on and do your own research. So we did that, and then I created a promotional video for a women's only sports campaign that Pulse Social is doing, which will be later on in the year, but promotional videos are often made prior to the actual start of the campaign. As for how the internship went overall, I really enjoyed it. It's sad to see that it's over. I feel like 5 weeks went by in a flash. I made a lot of new friends from university through this internship, and it was a pleasure working with them. It was a pleasure working with Marlon. It was really easy to communicate with everyone because, it was a very relaxed environment. I learned a lot. At the beginning, if you watch my first video diary, you can see how nervous I am and how worried I was that I didn't have enough experience. But I really feel like because it was such an amazing environment to work in, because I was working with such incredible people, it was really easy to overcome that, and it was really rewarding to meet these type of people and to work with them. I definitely have a lot more experience now in marketing and in strategy. I think it was an incredible experience, and my only regret is that it happened during a pandemic. So it would have been much nicer had I actually, had contact with these people, in real life. But of course, we have to adapt to any situation, and if it's a pandemic, then we have to work from home. But yeah, it was incredible, and this so concludes the video diaries, and thank you for watching.